This is a case made by Pelican. They make cases of all sizes, and a lot of people don't even use them for guns actually. They make good camera cases as well. Pretty much anything you need protected you can use this case for. I'm specifically using it for a rifle, so that's what I'll be going over. This is a Pelican Protector 1750. I bought it around $270, now it's around $290 to $300 on Amazon. The price varies sometimes, but it's well worth the investment. You might think that price is pretty ridiculous until you really think about it. Yes, it's a lot of money, but what are you putting inside of it? A lot of us will go out and spend thousands on a gun, but when it comes to the case, we'll cheap out. $270 seems like a lot until you realize you're putting a $2,000 gun, and sometimes even more than that, inside it. Pelican claim that these are near indestructible, and from the tests I've seen, it's pretty close. Obviously, I'm sure you could find a way to break it if you really wanted, but these things have been drop tested, water tested, and ran over with cars, and it still survives. It comes with a lifetime warranty because they're so confident in their product. It has 4 latches on the front, which are very robust, wheels on one side, and a handle on the other for rolling. And there's a handle on the front for carrying. There are 4 spots for padlocks, with 2 of them having metal inserts. There's also a pressure release valve along with a rubber gasket inside, making this case completely waterproof. Inside, you'll see I have a Bergara B14 HMR in caliber .308 with a Vortex Viper PST Gen 2 3-15 power. I also have an extra magnet along with a sling I threw in and a nylon coated 30 cal cleaning rod. You can see there's still plenty of room for other things. For example, you could cut out a spot for a pistol, boxes of ammo, or even a suppressor if you have one. It comes with these foam pieces which you need to cut out yourself. I used a fillet knife and it actually came out really good. A lot of people use electric carving knives, but I didn't have one. You can order them on Amazon for cheap, but I worked with what I had and it actually came out really nice. If you are going to use a knife, obviously you want a sharp knife. The sharper the better, but what's just as important is a very thin knife, probably the thinnest one you can find. It's not just about cutting the foam, but more about slicing clean through it. I used a sawing motion with the knife and took my time with it. Just take your time and be careful because a replacement piece of this foam costs $40. Now pick whichever option you want. There's a lot of tutorial videos online as well. So what I did was I traced the gun with a Sharpie and cut it like that. Then I flipped the foam over so there were no Sharpie marks. Some people use chalk, but use whatever you have or whatever you want. Now you may be asking why the gun is upside down when opening it, but it's because when it's closed and you're carrying it, the scope is upright. That way if you drop it, it's not landing scope side down. Not saying the foam in the case won't protect it, but it's an extra level of caution. This is a Plano case I bought for $30 a while ago. It's a non-scope case, meaning that my Bergara won't fit in it, but it'll work for shotguns and non-scoped rifles, obviously. It's actually not a bad case for the money. For $30, you get a simple case that you can take your guns to the range with. For going to the range, it's fine, but if you actually travel, throw it in the back of a truck, or take it on airlines, or just really need to protect your stuff, it's not going to hold up well. You can see here just pushing down on the plastic how weak it is versus the Pelican. Also, it's not waterproof. Again, it's probably fine for an inexpensive gun, especially like a Maverick 88, but for more expensive things like a long-range rifle, you should really put out the money for a good case. Plano does make a similar case like this one for $100, but if you're going to spend that much, I would just save up for a Pelican because really nothing compares to it.